Welcome back to the Rude Dude Podcast, the show that puts some pep in your step, takes some weight off your plate, and reminds you that haters are going to hate, but you are loved. We are your hosts and favorite resident wet brain / recovering alcoholics. I am Henny Lokes the Lobster with my pal, my buddy, my guy, my heterosexual life mate, Cameron the Cree Davis. How are you there, Cree?
I'm doing good, dude.
Oh,
I'm doing good, man. You know what? Because I mean, it's like another one of those instances where I feel like I haven't sat down with you in a while, dude. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it was just the way that it went. So real excited for podcast day. I guess if I could go into true Cree form, I do have a complaint. I came in and there was something that needed some cleaning, so I had to bust out some bleach, and now I have this ever present bleach smell on my hands while
Ooh.
I'm sitting here. So that's straight ass. But aside from that, man, I'm doing fucking great. You're looking slicker than a fucking shaved puss over there, dude, with that haircut, dude. Like you're looking fucking fantastic. How are you doing?
Slicker than worm sperm. Ooh. Well, I am doing good, man. I'm doing very good. I was under the gun for a while in that bathroom, so it was taking me forever to finish.
Yep.
And then I was kind of under the gun on the windows, but that didn't take as long, longer than I wanted, but not as long. Now we're back to our flip property, which obviously we want to get done quickly, but it's a little bit more relaxed. And there's not a homeowner watching me work all day long. So that's fun. That was
Dude,
fun.
dude, my brother, he'll take random like plumbing side jobs, and he literally says the only reason he doesn't like start his own plumbing company is because like he cannot stand the people that are like breathing down your fucking neck while you're like sitting there trying to like, wrench a pipe or something. He says it drives him
Oh,
fucking
dude.
nuts, bro.
Well, I was telling Kristen, like, people don't need to know how the sausage is made. Like,
Exactly, dude.
there's whoopsies and there's oh shits and but when I'm done, it'll be good, it'll be right, it'll be fixed.
Yeah.
But like, there's like, oh shit, scratch that, broke that, whatever. Like, and I'm gonna fix it and cover it up, but I don't need you to like, oh, are you gonna put that back? Are you gonna fix that?
Oh
I
no.
had a customer one time in solar. I like threw something on the ground and they were like, are you gonna pick that up? And I was like,
Oh.
yeah, I'm in the middle of working.
Yeah.
Clearly I will clean up before I leave, but like
Oh.
right now I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm not gonna like walk over to the trash can every time I cut a piece of wire off. Like,
No, dude. No, 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 no. And see, that's the type of shit like see, I wouldn't be a good contractor because I'd just straight up be like, can you get the fuck out of my face? Like get the fuck out of here. It's not done. And yeah, great thing that you just said, right? Like, hey, come talk to me about what your concerns after this is finished, right? Like you can't see the finished product yet, dude. It's gonna look like ass all the way until the point. And so like, dude, I think it's just human nature. People want to trust that their money's going well, and you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
actually our customer ended up being really cool. And I think he was just concerned about his house. It was a really nice house. And once he
it was.
got to know that we are we are who we say we are and we were doing a good job, he like totally laid off and trusted us. So it ended up actually being really cool. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I didn't get to make it to the gym, but that's okay. It's not your fault. But duty calls, and yeah, I wanted to get on here, man. I've got a lot of great topics for tonight, so I'm actually pretty excited about this show. And we would be remiss to not mention
Where's the
that
Swizzler at,
this
dude?
is our 100th episode.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Celebrate good times. Come
on. Dude, I gotta say, man, when we say that shit out loud, like it sounds crazy. How the fuck have we done 100 episodes, bro?
It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild to think about.
Especially for dudes like us, right? There's no way I ever would have thought that we could have committed for even 100 episodes. But now we're on like 2 years going towards 3 years and like still fucking going strong. It's incredible.
Yeah, and I think this is one of those moments where we got to stroke ourselves a little and give credit where credit is due. Because like you said, we are the type of people that have quit many things and not followed through with a lot of things. And whether anyone listens or not, which they currently don't, we're still pumping out the heat and sticking with it. So
That's right. We'll see it through.
and Kristen's up there probably talking shit, or if she's listening now back, she's talking shit because we got lost in the sauce a little. This could possibly be 102 or 103, but for all intents and purposes, this is our 100th episode.
Yeah, dude. It's 100. If it is 103 or 102, you can kindly fuck off. Don't come and correct us. Don't add us. This is episode 100. It's gonna be a heater. Enjoy it and let us fucking enjoy it. Because actually, to be honest with you, the small amount of listeners that we still have, like Henry alluded to, you guys are the reason why we're doing this. So thank you. Do not come and correct us, though.
Well, speaking of dropping bangers, I actually have a banger that really has been helping me a lot lately that I would like to share with the class. Okay. So, excuse me. I saw a reel not too long ago, and it went a little something like this. It said, "The car that you have is the car that breaks down. The house that you live in is the house that has problems. The person you live with is the person you fight with." And what I took from that is, I mean, just what it says. It's not really like cryptic, but everyone has their little, like, it's a theme we've kind of been talking about lately, like the grass is greener thing, right? So you think you're going to get some different house and it's never going to have problems, or you think you're going to get some different car and it's never going to break, or you think you're going to get in some other relationship and you guys will never fight. That doesn't exist. And most particularly for me, I've been applying it to me and my wife in our relationship, because we have our little fights, our little arguments, and they're dumb. And I found myself literally walking away because we've been doing a better job too of, like, when we get frustrated and we're getting into like the little parts where we're digging at each other, it's like, hey, just let's take a minute here.
Yeah.
And we walk away, and I say to myself in my head, you fight with the person you live with. And it's not like some huge world-ending thing. It's not like we hate each other or really have a problem with each other. And most of the time it's something stupid, and it's a breakdown of communication. And one of us, like, is letting our ego get in the way, probably usually me. And like, you get in that area where you're like, damn, she's right, but I'm not backing down, you know?
Yep.
But I say to myself in my head, you fight with the person you live with. We just fight because we live together and because we're around each other 24/7. You have arguments with your coworkers. You have arguments with whoever it is. So whatever's in front of you is you're going to have those problems, and it like reduces it because it's not a big deal. It's just a natural part of life. So I thought that was a really awesome nugget, and I wanted to share it.
I think that's a great fucking nugget, dude, because I can fall into that trap. I can fall into that trap where, like, you can, and I think social media is really to blame for this, but like, you know, I can sit here and be like, you know what, it'll be better when I have this, because that won't happen to me, or it'll be better when this is fucking achieved, or it'll be better when that happens. And you made a great point, like, you know, when it comes to like fighting with the people that you love or the people that you live with, right? Like, those are the people that we have to deal with on an everyday basis, right? Like, it's only natural that there's going to be some fucking things about that person that annoy the ever loving fucking shit out of you, right? Like there are certain things that my wife does. I love you, sweetheart. This doesn't mean anything, but there are certain things that she does. Smooches, baby. But there are things that she does that drive me fucking nuts, right? Like little looks or little fucking things, and they drive me nuts. And guess what? Conversely, there's a trillion things that I do that drive her fucking nuts. But ready, like, dude, if there's no, if it was like this perfect fucking, you know, we never argue about anything, or there's never anything that bothers you, then I don't want that relationship, right? Because how am I supposed to grow? How are we supposed to grow together, right? Like, there's levels to this shit. There was drunk shenanigans that she had to deal with, and now there's sober shenanigans she has to deal with, and she's done a lot of growth too. And so, like, dude, I think that's a fantastic fucking quote, and I think it's just natural human characteristics to fucking wanna always look over that fence for something new or something better, and really we can miss out on the blessings that are right in front of us.
Well, and I think conversely, the opposite of that is like, oh, well, I'll bet Cameron and Ashley never fight like this, or oh, I see
Yeah.
their relationship on social media and it looks no,
No.
it's just not. Like everyone has their little issues,
Mhm.
and no matter who it is, when you spend enough time around them, you're gonna have little issues. And I think the point to me too is just to not make it bigger than what it is. Like
Exactly.
when I walk away, I'm not like I'm like, you guys don't hate each other. It's not a big deal. You're just being stupid right now, and it's gonna blow over. And in 10 minutes, when I'm not mad, I'm gonna walk out there and say, "Hey, I was being dumb. Sorry, love you." And we're gonna smooches, and we're gonna get over it. And we're gonna move on with our lives.
Exactly, dude. And that just comes with like healthy growth though, bro. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
when we talk about that type of shit, like the old way would be like, oh, this fight is going to be the breakup fight. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is the last straw. I'm sick of this shit. And it never was the last straw, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
and now that we're in this next level of our relationships with women who are actually healthy and not fucking crazy, yeah, little tiny fights are gonna happen, dude. And I think it's great, dude, because you know what? Every time I get in an argument with me trying to solve the issue right the fuck away, dude, it really still kind of points out my character defects. So actually, in essence, I'm kind of grateful for it when I'm being a fucking asshole or I'm trying to like, direct the show or trying to fix it right away without seeing other people's emotions, because then it shows me that hey, I still got to work on some shit too, right? And it keeps me on the straight and narrow.
yeah. And I also thought of the absolute greatest grass is greener example of all time.
Give it to me.
Okay, Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
They go, dude, it's the funniest interview of all time. They go, "Are you excited for the parade? There is parade? When is parade? I have to go home." And
Oh,
then
dude, I remember that.
and then he goes, they go, "Oh my God, have you won the finals? What do you think?" He's like, "It is job. Everyone has job. No one likes job.
Yeah,
Well, maybe some people do, but they're liars." And
yeah,
it's like, dude, okay, for almost any job, you could say that. But like to a lot of people, it is their absolute fucking dream to
yeah,
play in
dude.
the NBA. But even this guy, like, achieved the goal that millions of people want and only 440 achieve at any given time.
Dude,
And he
Hall of
goes,
Fame
"It is
talent.
job. It is job. No one likes job." And it's like, I was just thinking about that. It's like, dude, no matter what, no matter fucking what, there's somebody who's unhappy doing
Uh-huh.
whatever it is you think that's so great.
Dude, and I think everybody needs to channel that inner Jokic, right? Because dude, like he really like just doesn't I don't think he actually really liked playing basketball, bro.
Dude, you will never see him smile, but when you see him at a horse race drinking beers with his buddies, he's
Dude,
fucking having a blasty blast.
yeah, dude. I mean, he is a future Hall of Famer. Like, dude, like
He couldn't care
multi-time.
less.
Yeah, couldn't care less, dude. MVP doesn't give a shit about anything, dude. He's clocking in and he's clocking out. And I think that's the funniest fucking shit. But that's a great point, dude. That's a great point, right? Like they would kill for that position. And he's like, dude, this is my fucking job and like I'm not really with it.
Yeah, and I think it's worth mentioning LeBron's a fucking weenie and a
Dude,
joke
he's a fucking clown. Do you see all that shit today? I mean, we
with Stephen A. Smith, and
dude, it's
he
like a
went on.
fucking yeah, it's like a drama fucking show, dude. It's like
Yeah,
Maury. And then
he's such a
Stephen A.
joke, dude. My algorithm knows I hate him, and it shows me all his flop videos all the time of him not even getting touched and crying about a foul. He's such a joke, dude.
Dude, Stephen A. Smith. If that man put hands on me, I'd be swinging on him or some shit he said today. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, bro, you're not doing anything, dog.
You're a little sit your little 5'4" ass down. LeBron is 6'7",
Yeah,
260 pounds. He would destroy you.
you're not doing anything, bro. Way to drop another scintillating hot take for more clicks, buddy. You're not doing shit.
All
What,
right,
what
man.
else we got?
Well,
You got all kinds of things on this list.
I know. I wrote down a life beyond your wildest dreams.
Hmm.
Now I'm remembering why I wrote that, and it actually ties in with another one I have in here. So here we go.
Let's go.
I think so there's this guy, Bill. I mean, I'm sure you've heard people say it, but a life beyond your wildest dreams. He always says that.
See, he hasn't made an appearance in quite some time, but I remember him.
Life beyond your wildest dreams. I tell you what, I promise you, you stick around, you gonna have a life beyond your wildest dreams.
I want to hang out with that guy, dude.
Bill's awesome. He's got like 40 fucking years clean.
Sounds like a G.
He's a G, but you know, it delivers. And I think my point in writing this is what's interesting is that the life, quote unquote, life beyond your wildest dreams looks different than than you are originally thinking of. And you kind of touched on this on that live episode. I was listening to it today for the first time back. And a life beyond your wildest dreams is not like the yachts and the, being out jet skiing on the ocean, even though all that stuff is cool and would be nice or whatever. But it's so much simpler than that. It's a woman that loves you. It's your family, having good relationships with your family. It's coming home like I did today and eating a charcuterie board with my wife and my stepdaughter on the back porch and then playing soccer with her out back. That's it. That's all it is, dude. And it has nothing to do with money or anything. It's just this like happy, joyous, and free. It's just this life where I don't have any lies I have to cover up or any sneaky shit I have to worry about or running around doing bad shit or worry about the cops or any, and I have people that love and care about me. Like, it's really that simple. That when you think about when they first say it and you first come, you're like, oh, what, I'm going to be fucking on a yacht and fucking cans or some shit. Like, but no, it's just this. It's just playing soccer out back with your stepdaughter and feeling good and sober and clean and being clean of mind, sound of mind. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, and you're 100% right, dude. Ready? Like, this is it. This is what the program preaches. Exactly what you just said, right? And I would argue, dude, that like those things that you just fucking mentioned are 100% more satisfying than any of the shiny shit like you were just talking about, right? Like, yeah, I would love to have a fucking yacht and be sitting on Jamaica, but for how long is that going to actually fulfill me and sustain me, right? It's not like those clean life experiences like you're talking about, right? Where, like you said, you're not lying, you're not doing anything, you're coming home and you're having genuine interactions, people who genuinely are excited to fucking see you for you, right? And
don't want anything from you.
Don't want anything from you except you.
Time.
Right?
You.
Yeah, you. And dude, and ready, you're there to soak it all in, unencumbered, sober, and you're taking it all in for the life experience that it is. There's nothing better than that, bro. There's nothing better than that. And the inner peace that comes with that type of life is the life beyond your wildest dreams, bro. For me,
100.
that inner peace, that like, hey, like you said, I really love that you bring up like the lying and the cops. Like, I'm not having to look in my rearview mirror every 5 seconds because I'm gonna blow a fucking 2.8 and I'm drunk and fucking I got open containers all in my car. I don't do that anymore, right? There's some inner peace for me, right? When I come home, I don't have to fucking delete text messages from my phone because I'm cheating on every fucking girlfriend, you know what I mean, or something like that. Like, I don't have to do that. Like there's so many things that like just come with this, and when it really starts happening, dude, you don't notice it, but then in our advanced years, like you are and I are, right, in the program, like dude, it really comes into focus, and it is a life beyond your wildest dreams. I may not ever have a yacht on fucking, in the Bahamas, and guess what, brother, I'm totally fucking okay with that. I'm totally fucking okay with that. I really am.
Yeah. And so there's another point, and I guess I'm just feeling good. I'm just really.
You have a lot to feel good about, brother. You have a lot to feel good about.
I'm feeling good lately. Kristen and I have been awesome lately. We've been like really great with just supporting each other and helping each other out. And like, I try to help with Lyndon more in the morning because she's always running around, has to get her to school, and she just does makes dinner and orders me little gifts from Amazon of stuff I need, and just also like all this great stuff. And along with the like life beyond your wildest dreams, I also had this other realization. So as you and the listener knows, I've been grinding my cock to the nub.
Dude, Frankie loved that shit, dude.
So Henry's out there grinding his cock off, huh?
Yeah, dude, you had to be there. We gotta have Frankie back, dude. I could sit there and talk to him with that fucking accent for hours.
Dude, I was so bummed. Maybe we can get into that. I was bummed. He was really cool, but
Yeah,
we digress.
yeah.
Uh, but I've been so busy, like slammed with work and trying to create a business and doing all this shit. And sometimes it's scary, sometimes it's overwhelming. It's a lot. And my wife asked me about it the other day, and she's like, "But are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, actually, I'm great. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm like stressed, but I also am great." And you know what I realized? This is what I realized. And so hopefully maybe some people can take this and possibly make the leap. I realized that I'm fulfilled because I'm living up to my potential.
Oh,
Because I'm doing what everyone always knew I was capable of and what I didn't think I was capable of for a long time. But I always knew part of my problem, like why I quit my last job, was in my head. It was like this, like, you're better than this. You can do better than this. You deserve more than this. You are more capable than this. And that, I'm sure a lot of people like have that in their head because we talked about this. We're our own worst critics. But I realized that having that mindset, which is in part it's good because it's pushing you towards something else, but if you stay in that, we talk about this all the time, getting uncomfortable and making the change. If you stay in that, then you live in this perpetual state of like, what am I doing? This isn't good enough for me. This is not my life. I don't want this to be my life. And I had this realization, why am I tired and stressed and pushed to the max, but I feel good about it? Why do I feel good about it? Because I'm living in my purpose. I'm living up to the potential that everyone else, and more importantly, me, always knew that I could. And so I feel, even though I'm stressed, even though I'm tired, even though I'm working my ass off, I feel this like calm over me of like, yeah, buddy, this is fucking it. This is what you're supposed to be doing. It sucks and it's hard, but like to the victor come the spoils, heavy is the head. Like, this is what you fucking have always told yourself that you should do and you were afraid to do, and you're fucking doing it, and that kicks ass.
bro, that's fucking Flame Nation, dude. That's fucking Flame Nation. I could shed a whole ass tear, dude. I could shed a whole ass tear. I really could. I could shed a whole ass tear. And you know what, man? When you started that little fucking that little rant, I think you were actually kind of speaking to me there, brother. You know what I mean? Because I have those thoughts, right? Like I
Yeah.
sit back and I go, bro, you could do this. You could be better here, and you know you can. And I know that there's people that know that I
I
can. You
think
know,
a lot of people do, man.
yeah,
I
it's
think there's so many people living in like quiet desperation.
and I mean I'm not saying that it's like detrimental to like my overall well-being, but it's there. It's this
Mhm.
tiny still little voice like, hey man, you could go a little harder. You could do this. Like and I know I can. I know I can. But the problem is, dude, is that for me, it's this fucking internal anxiety that comes and gets me. It comes and gets me, right? Like for example, I work in medical device sales, right? I manage sales reps, right? For they make fucking millions of fucking dollars. I manage their accounts. I make sure everything's good. We work with surgery centers, all this shit. Bro, I know I could do that fucking job. I know I could do that fucking job. And the other day, I had a fucking huge company party, and my fucking CEO's right there with my fucking goddamn fucking executive sales director, and I wanted to go up there and be like, hey, how do I get started in this? Because I know exactly how
Mhm.
to do it. I know I can do it. And guess what? I didn't do
Clammed
it.
up.
I clammed up and I didn't do it. I made eye contact with that man. I'm at Top Golf. I looked at him in the eyes like 64 fucking times, like straight up, like boom, 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 like and dude, I missed the fucking opportunity because of fear. Because of fear. But you know what? This has motivated the shit out of me, and I think I'm gonna stroke an email tomorrow morning and ask because,
My
dude,
man.
I know I can fucking do it. I know I can fucking do it. And why the fuck can't I? Right? Why
You
can't I?
can,
You know what I mean?
dude.
The only reason I can't is because I'm telling myself I can't.
The other like thing going around that I love, it says, do the thing that you're afraid to do because there's someone out there confidently doing a terrible job at it.
Dude, I see it all the fucking time,
I'm
bro. I see it all
paraphrasing,
the time.
but there are people out there that are doing whatever it is you want to do and fucking suck at it, and they're doing it thinking they're the best ever. And so like, why can't you?
Dude, I see it all the time in my fucking industry, bro. There's people that I deal with that are absolute fucking idiots that like literally can't take instructions at all, but are just sitting here out here raking fucking cash, bro. And it's not all about money, right? It's not. But like, I don't understand how they even got these fucking accounts in the first place. Like, this is like, what do you mean I need that? Be like, bro, we've been talking about this for like fucking the last 3 years I've been working with you, Hoss. Like, what do you mean, dude? Like, and so like, it's shit like that. But dude, I let the internal fear of, I guess the word no would be my fear here. There's my epiphany, my minor epiphany for you, SB. I think I was afraid of the word no. And what does that do for me? You know what? That doesn't mean it's the end of the world, but I think I was afraid to hear it. And does that make sense?
Yeah, well, I mean, but look at it like this. If they said no, then you're just only in the exact same spot you already were.
Which isn't a bad spot. You know what I
No.
mean? Like I'm not hurting at all, bro. Like things are good over here. Like, and I'm not trying to sound pompous or anything, but I'm doing all right.
Yeah, but that fear of rejection is so dumb because like I said, so tomorrow, let's say, if you asked and they said no, you would literally have the same exact job and nothing would change as if you just don't ask at all. So if at worst the results are the same, but at best you're making $1 million a year, like why not give it a shot or a month or whatever the hell it is?
Yeah. And dude, I
You
mean,
miss 100% of
100%
the
of the
shots
shots you
you
don't
don't
take.
take.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. You have fired me the fuck up, and I'm sorry for stealing your shit, but dude,
No.
like I had the spirit moved me, bro. Like, because it was just like, you know what? Like, I have more. I have more. There's more that I can
Well,
do.
the other thing I was thinking about you, since you're having this little situation going on lately, you need to get your stockbroker's license, really. Like if they say no, you just tell them to go fuck themselves and you go to Wall Street, my man.
Dude, to be
Because
honest,
you got the gift.
I'll tell you what, dude. That
You're
actually is
touched, my boy.
that is actually probably the actual calling. To be honest with you, I belong at, like, you know, Fidelity or Merrill Lynch or something like that.
You do. You do for real.
I really do, and it's not that hard to get that shit either.
But yeah, and I just
Thank
I
you for the
just wanted
compliment,
to
by the way.
my man's got it like that. But I just wanted to share that because I'm positive that there are a lot of people out there that have or do feel the same way.
Yeah.
And we always preach on here, man, like if you get uncomfortable, like when the pain gets great enough, from NA, you know, when the pain gets great enough, maybe you'll make a change. And I just want everybody to like live up to their full potential and feel this feeling that I have. And as we were sitting here talking about it, I was thinking about like the whole, if you love what you do, you know, and maybe where that comes from. Now, I would say it still feels like work, but it feels like the work I'm supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And the other thing, I always see these gifted and talented, all the kids from gifted and talented are out there like struggling or whatever. And it is, dude, or like all the ADD people, um, are running their own business now because they can't freaking like work for anybody else or focus or stay on task. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm not conveying the message, but you get it.
No, but you get it. Dude, there's another rude dude staple. No, I get it. I get what you're saying, dude. I appreciate you bringing that up, dude, because you know what, it really just kind of solidified that. I would consider that, you ready? Not only a minor epiphany, I would consider that a minor God moment right there, brother. I
thought you were gonna say an actual epiphany.
Stand up. But dude, I'm so glad that you brought that up, dude, and I'm so glad that you're feeling fulfilled in that way. I want to give you a compliment on that and say that I'm proud of you, bro. Because you know what, dude, it is where you need to be, brother. It is you finally reached it, and it happened at the exact right time, right? It happened when you were ready for it. Yeah, would we
Yeah.
have probably wanted it to happen when we were younger? Of course. And yeah, would we be like, hey, if I started this 10 years ago, where would I be? Well, whoopty fucking do. Guess what? It's happening now, and that's all that fucking matters. Not saying you're thinking that, but I know I would.
Yeah, well, and I was talking to Kristen about that too because I'm actually the house we're flipping is a house that I worked on for the last guy I worked for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just been sitting pretty much since then because he hasn't had money or time to fix it. But
Okay.
the funny thing is I worked on it like 2 years ago and I'm sitting there looking at some of the shit I did and I'm like, God, I didn't know shit. A and B, wow, look at how much I've learned in 2 years. So like the other part is I wasn't ready until I was ready. Like I want to go onto these jobs and be confident that I know what I'm doing and I'm going to do a good job. And I wasn't there yet. And like now I am, and it's cool. It's cool to even like see that because it's nice to like have an actual visual of like, oh, look how much you've learned in just this 2 years, how far you've come from that.
Yeah, dude. Just more positive reinforcement that it is the right time, right? Like, and I'm glad that you have the fucking mental fortitude to actually recognize that shit. Like, you sit there and look and be like, oh, look, I did that 2 years ago, and that was ass, but look what I can do now. Not saying your shit's ass, but you get what I'm
It
fucking
kind of
saying.
was.
Right. Ready in the famous words of Henry, you get it.
You get it.
You get it.
But yeah, man, I thought I'd share that because it was a really cool revelation. And we can circle back now to Frankie.
Yes.
Uh, I didn't write anything specific down. Actually, I texted you about some of the bangers that he dropped, and there were so many good ones. And I listening back, I was so bummed that I wasn't there because Frankie really speaks our language. We have a lot of guests that aren't really in recovery and do other things and stuff like that. And like all our guests have been amazing in their own ways, but Frankie talks like we do, all the little isms and NA and AA shit and all that. And like, man, I was just sitting there listening back, like, oh, I would say this or I would say that. And I got to give you a compliment because usually when there's something that I would say, you say exactly what I'm thinking for me. So I
Thanks,
appreciate
dude.
that, my brother.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, I mean, you're with me in spirit every single time. If we're separated, just know that I carry the Henryisms with me. Yeah, dude, Frankie was fucking phenomenal, bro, and he's just such a cool, real dude
Yeah,
too. Like you could just tell that he's just like a real ass dude. I appreciated him like opening up and being vulnerable about his dad shit. You know what I mean?
that's
Like
what I was
that's
gonna say. The part about forgiving his dad, man.
yeah, like when dad's on the fucking deathbed and you're just sitting there holding his hands, you can't talk. Like, you know what I mean? You could hear him in his voice. He got a little choked up. Um, you know, that's the type of shit though, bro. That's the type of shit. And he was fantastic. And I'll plug his podcast. We'll plug his podcast again. Go check out the Recovery Circle. Frankie's awesome. We're gonna have to have him back. We say that about every fucking guest, but I honestly think we should have him back, bro.
I feel like we're about at bringing back territory too.
I think we are, dude. I think 100 episodes in, I think, hey, the real winners get to come back. So if you're chosen, congratulations.
We might have to get old Randall Brown back by now.
I would love to know what old RB is up to, dude. What the fuck is he up to?
He works with Brandon now at Lawrence Wish.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
But speaking of Recovery Circle, Frankie's podcast, which you should go listen to. I was listening to it the other day, and he had this guy, Mike P, on there. And Mike P was also dropping a lot of bangers. And one of them that I wrote down to drop in here goes like this: I don't have to trust everybody. I just have to trust somebody.
Ooh.
And that is such a heater because we are not asking you to trust the whole world and think that everyone is a great person and you should tell them all your secrets. But you should indeed find at least one person that you trust to tell your secrets and bounce things off of and talk about things that are bothering you or hurting you, someone, anyone to give your shit to help you carry it.
Yeah, dude. Shout out Mike P, bro.
Banger, right?
Dude, that's a heater, dude. And I think it's really for our people in the recovery circle that just really hammers home like having a good sponsor, right? Like because like you have to find somebody that you can tell all those things, right? Like when we're going through the fucking steps and you're going through your fourth and fifth and sixth and all that shit, like if you're gonna do that properly, it's a no holds bar type of operation, right? Like if you're gonna free yourself of those things that ail you inside your mind, you have to find somebody that you feel comfortable with that you can actually tell that to, right? And on the other side, for our normie listeners, you know who you have in your corner, right? You know, like all of us, unless you're a rogue person who doesn't have a single solitary fucking friend, which I refuse to believe. You know, like you have somebody, and the importance of this, I'm gonna kind of preach this a little bit. The importance of doing what shout out Mike P did is you know, you find somebody like Henry just said, that you can talk to, it's so vitally important, like not somebody outside of your significant other or your mom or your dad, you know, somebody who's not related to you in any which way or has no special interest, right? Like, but somebody you just trust, somebody you can just talk to, that's going to listen, that's going to bounce some shit off you, and kind of guide you in a different direction, right? Like I would have never got that, hey, maybe you're not the messenger line, from anybody aside from my sponsor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never would have got that fucking, I never would have got that from anybody else. And so like the importance of bouncing that shit off, like, you know, someone you trust is just so important, dude. That's so important. What a banger of a fucking quote.
Yeah. So I really like that, and yeah, like that shit's too heavy to carry by yourself, man.
It is.
Just unload some of it.
It is, dude.
Find that one person, whoever it is, man. Just unload it. I have a couple social media related things, so I guess we'll jump on these here. I recently have seen a few different people like posting constantly on social media, and like their little working out or wins or whatever. And the funny thing was, Kim was like, Henry, you post on social media all the time. Which I don't think I post. I don't do it like I used to. I do post stuff to my story, like stuff I'm doing, but but I found myself judging them, and what they are mostly is people new in recovery. And when I was new in recovery, I did the exact same thing. Like it was like, look at me, look how good I'm doing, because we were doing bad for so long. We had nothing to be proud of. We had nothing to share with the world to be like, hey, look how good I'm doing. And now we do. And I was like, bro, stop fucking judging these people for doing exactly what you did. And even if you didn't, like, who cares? Let them shine. Let them be happy. Let them be proud of themselves. So I just had to like check myself, because like, who am I to be judging people who are like posting workout videos or whatever? I did the exact same shit. And I think it's like something I haven't talked about in a long time, but we pick out things in other people that we don't like in ourselves, you know? So I'm like, maybe I was like judging how I used to be or whatever, but it was just a good reminder, like, hey, what value are you getting from like hating on people? They're doing exactly what you did, and they're proud of themselves. They haven't had something to be proud of in a long time. Let them fucking be proud and stop being a grumpy old bitch about it.
A grumpy old bitch.
That's what I am, dude. I'm a grumpy old bitch.
Dude, that's really hard to do. It's really hard to do, right? Like I can see people posting. There's people I specifically follow, like, because I think there's some sadistic like fucking thing in me that I just like want to like look and see the shit show.
I
right?
do too,
dude. You know what I mean? And I should have unfollowed him like years ago.
yes.
But I just can't. But I just can't. And,
Yeah, but that's different. I'm talking about like people posting like positive stuff. I love the ones that's like, everybody got something to say about me and my mans, but we be doing what we doing, honey, and we gonna get this bread because a badass bitch like me ain't gonna never stop loving him. And they've broken up 1,600 times.
and it's
I
all
live for
fucking
that, dude.
it's all fucking misspelled and got fucking caps everywhere and
yeah,
shit.
like
Oh, it's fantastic.
R for the word R. Like, dude, so there's trashy reality TV Facebook follows for sure.
There is. But dude, I think it's good that you had the foresight to go, hey, dude, like this guy's just stoked on making progress,
Yeah,
right?
let him live.
Yeah, and like we're in the age where else are you gonna do that? You know what I mean? Like where else do you do that? Now the social norm is we post that on social media. So yeah, dude, uh, try to dial that back. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily hate on shit like that, but I do hate on lots of other things. Like I just said, dude.
I mean, sometimes it's fun, but it's just a good reminder to like, don't be over here judging like you're the fucking
greatest thing in the world.
Mr. Internet that gets to decide what people post and don't post and shit.
Yeah, and that's just the
Social
toxic.
need.
Dude, that's just the toxicity of fucking social media though, dude. You know what I mean? Like everybody's watching and everybody's judging. Like I can only imagine people are fucking saying about my posts. You know what I mean? Or my shit. Or like Henry, who knows? Maybe people are seeing your shit and then who's judging you? You know what I mean?
I
Like
don't
we
care.
yeah, me either, but you get what I'm saying though, right? Like because you know it's happening. You
Oh
know it's
yeah.
happening. You know
Yeah.
it's happening for sure.
Dude, so I changed my shit to a business account because I was trying to do it, I think, for either our Rude Dude page or now my Westridge page. But and Facebook is all fucky. So anyway, it changed my personal Henry Sheridan account to like a business account or whatever. Like I'm a fucking influencer. Sick. Eggplant emojis in the chat, sub chat. Um, but and I looked the other day at like the statistics, and dude, it showed me like 2,500 fucking individual people had seen my one post.
Really?
Yes. So let's think about that, dude. You're getting 15 to 30 likes. That means 1,700 people are some hating ass motherfuckers
Oh,
who are
dude.
watching, but they're mad.
Dude,
Or they just don't like stuff.
yeah, well, dude, I'm gonna go with the first answer on that, dude. So
They watching. They ain't all liking or reacting but they watching.
yeah, they're there, and we see you guys. We know because we can see the fucking analytics. Will you hit the goddamn heart button on these fucking reels, please?
For the
I,
love of God.
I mean, it takes a tap, dude, and especially for you single guys that are out here fucking following fucking OnlyFans girls, you have no problem fucking hearting a fucking juicy ass that's shaking on the camera. Can you heart our fucking videos when we're talking about things that are helping you fucking get through your day? For Christ's
Pretend
sake,
my cheeks are juicy asses.
they are juicy asses, dude. They're fucking fantastic. But dude, what a great point, man. What a great point. And shout out to the dude out there working out trying to fucking improve his life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like shout out to that.
And while we're on the social media thing, I also have somewhat of a hack, a minor epiphany, if you will.
Oh.
So I used to argue with the people on the internet a lot. I used to do it about politics a lot. And
Yeah.
I fucking hate it because you're not going to get anywhere. I
Mm.
also find myself distracted, angry, like waiting for them to respond, checking my phone to see if they respond so I could tell them how fucking stupid they are. And I found this hack, and here it goes.
Okay.
When something like pisses me off or fires me up, what I'll do a lot is I'll type out my response, what I wanted to say, and then I just delete it or back out and don't post it.
Oh, dude, I saw this in the notes and I didn't know you were referring to social media. That takes a lot of restraint, dude. I don't know
Well,
if I could pull that off.
I get the best of both worlds because I'm like, "Ooh, I gotta tell these motherfuckers," and I type it up, and then I go, "Do I want to argue with this fucking stranger, fucking idiot, for the next 3 days about this?"
Yeah.
No, I do not. But I feel good having. I wrote it, I put it down, I sent it into the universe. I said what I had to say, and then I just back out and let it go because I don't want to fucking argue with an idiot.
Dude, that's pure healthy fucking sober fucking living nation, dude. That's next level, dude. You were
Dude,
like the fucking reincarnation of Gandhi over here, bro. That's fucking
it gives
wild.
me a little satisfaction having said it, though no one saw it. But just like this is what I wanted to say, but I don't need them to see it, and I don't need to argue about it. But I put it out there, and now I'll just move on.
Dude, Hen's little black book of social media fucking roastings, dude. Just fucking just little secrets. Just in there writing out your little journal. It's kind of like a journal, yeah. Like you get to be like, man, fuck
Yeah.
this motherfucker. I like that, dude.
I literally like pull up the comments on a reel, type it up, and I'm like, back, next reel, moving on.
Okay.
Not gonna post it.
Dude, look at that. That's choosing positivity over negativity. No wonder your fucking skin's glowing. You got your fresh haircut and shit, and you're fucking feeling good.
Living in my purpose and shit.
Yeah, dude, I'll fucking living the dream. Like, no, dude, like that's next level, bro. Like sometimes I'll get roped in and I'll just fucking.
Protecting the peace, my man.
Hey, I did it the other day. I was talking to you about an influencer that we happen to follow on social media, on the Rude Dude shit, and I almost jumped in, and I did, and the Gipper came in and stopped me.
Dude, that one, because I know exactly who you're talking about. That's one that I'm so fucking ready to unfollow. But it's that toxic follow of like, I like to get pissed off when I see their stupid bullshit.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. It's like the same thing. I can't stop. I gotta click on all the stories. I gotta see.
Toxic.
I
Why
gotta
do we
do it.
that?
I don't know, dude. But I
Oh,
can't.
there she fucking goes again. Instead of just unfollowing.
Can't do it, dude. Can't do it. If one of us unfollows, I'm refollowing. So don't. Oh, but dude,
you gotta have that. You gotta have a little fun with it.
Yeah, dude. And people probably think the same thing about us, but fuck, dude. Yeah, I had to take some self restraint. Like, who the fuck am I, bro? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I gotta have a humility check. Like, who the fuck am I to fucking tell you this person this? I'm nobody. I'm a guy who's too afraid to have a hard conversation with only the CEO of my company, like a bitch or something. Like, it's no big deal.
That's hard, dude. It's no small task.
It is no small task, but I could have accomplished it. I was dressed to the nines. I was ready.
Remember, avoiding the conflict without causes a conflict within.
Preach that.
You
dude.
have to sleep with this thing.
It's true, dude. It's
Only
true.
you.
It's true, dude. Can prevent forest fires.
Only you. I have one last little frisky whiskey, and then we can jump into your stuff.
Okay.
This show, the morning show, it's like the New Zealanders. It's two guys. We sent you some stuff before.
Yeah.
They do the Friday Forgotten Bangers.
Yeah.
It's a really fun show. I forget what it's called, but
they are cool.
They are cool. I watch their reels all the time, and they brought up a really interesting and difficult question.
Okay.
And it was, would you rather give up sports or music?
Oh, fuck me, dude. I thought it was going to be like, do you like to listen to sports talk radio or listen to music in the car? I was way off.
And I don't mean playing. Like, if you could only listen to music or only watch sports and only one or the other, which would it be?
Like forever?
Forever.
Oh, fuck, dude. I can't give you an answer on that. What the fuck kind of fucking question is that?
I have my answer.
What is it?
I have to keep music.
Yeah, I keep music.
I have to. Because I don't want to give up sports, but if I had to give up one, man, music in the car, in the workouts, like when you're having a tough time, the emotions, the vibes, I would have to go with music, dude. I'd have to.
Now that you just put it that way, 100%, dude. 100%. There's nothing better than like a sad song on a sad day.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, I literally sometimes I'm like a secret fan of like Adele, like that Hello from the Other Side song. Like, bro, like, dude, that shit fucking gets me going, bro.
My favorite playlist, it's called People That Can Sing Good. And it's all like R&B, like girly, you'd never expect it. And it's the stuff that like makes you feel like emotion, dude.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand with you on that, dude. I would miss sports tremendously, but dude, yeah, like, what am I gonna do when I want to fucking listen to fucking raging ass metal and shit and headbang with my kids or something? Like, dude, I can't have that. Or if I don't want to slap some fucking rap or some shit, no, I can't do it.
It has to be. And Kristen loves Hozier, and boy, if you listen to that man's lyrics, like it wouldn't matter if I died because I'd crawl out of the grave in the mud to get back to you. It's like some fucking, it's some intense shit, dude. It's so good.
Who the fuck is Hozier?
Lay me down in the cold dark. Take me to church.
Oh, that guy.
Worship like a dog. Is that Hozier?
I'm gonna believe you.
Yeah, babe. Yep. I was
Okay.
right. Okay.
Okay. Hey, look at you. Look at
I
that, dude.
worship like a dog when you shine my light. And when he's saying "take me to church," what he means is her punana and
Yes.
their
Yes.
sex. Like
Yes.
that's his
Yes.
church. And Kristen just wants to be loved as much as that guy loves his wife. So I hope she finds him one day.
Hopefully, dude. But dude, I think there's a pretty slick guy that's down there, bro.
I mean, I think I love her that much, but like I just didn't put it into as good of words as that man Hosier did.
Yeah, some people just have the fucking gift of gab, dude, and some people can
Yeah.
just stroke it out, dude. Maybe you can practice writing it on a social media post and then send it to her. But
Practice writing it and then delete it.
and then delete it. Nope, not good enough. Still not as good as Hosier. No, dude, I would keep music for sure, bro. I would keep music for sure. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell.
R.I.P. football season, the no fun league.
And no betting, no nothing.
Who's your quarterback? Russell Wilson?
No, dude, that's the Giants, bro.
There's
Geno
so many
Smith.
moves. Oh yeah, Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
How do you feel about that, pal? Do you think you guys will still draft a quarterback?
I sure fucking hope so, dude. Geno Smith isn't the fucking answer.
No.
Geno Smith is not the fucking answer.
I can't believe you didn't last year.
Yeah, because they're fucking idiots, dude. The Raiders we're talking about.
They really are.
And you see that you guys are looking to fucking ship out Ayuk too. It's like full rebuild.
Yeah. I'm not as worried about the 49ers as most people are. Jed York does a pretty good job. They pretty much know what they're doing. We draft well. We have 11 fucking draft picks. We still have some superstars.
We'll see.
We are in rebuild, but I think it's a soft rebuild. I think we'll be all right. Like everybody thought the Bills were rebuilding. They went to fucking playoffs with nobody. They just had fucking Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, actually. That is a good point. But no, Russell Wilson went to Frankie's Giants.
Mm-hmm.
With what that quarterback room, since we're on a little sport tangent, that quarterback room is Danny DeVito. What, not Danny DeVito? What is his name? Fucking
Tommy
DeVito. Tommy DeVito, Jameis Winston, and fucking Let's Ride Russell Wilson. Dude. Like, oh my god, dude!
The sermons that those two men are going to put on pregame are the stuff of legend. They need a camera crew in that locker room.
I fucking love Jameis Winston, bro. He is such a positive fucking awesome.
Is for the people.
Keep a microphone in front of his face, bro.
He needs to be mic'd up every fucking game, dude.
Every game, dude. I don't.
The horses are prepared for battle.
dude.
They had him down there in Louisiana for the Super Bowl, just prancing around. It's fantastic.
Dude, keep a mic in his fucking face, dude, 24/7. Like, somebody needs to fucking make that happen, because he just has these heater fucking one-liners that are just so good, and he's just so fucking positive. That's the thing with him that I love about him, dude. But now we will get into my few fucking little things here, dude. I had this crazy minor epiphany. I took the family up. We just went on like a rando trip.
People.
Yeah, a rando trip. I was just like, let's go to fucking Tahoe, right?
That.
Yeah, got an Airbnb, fucking, drove on up. It was nice, a little bit of snow. Excuse me. And dude, I was driving past all these old monuments of times past, right? And I sit back. And if you were there, like there was a time where we used to go up to a friend's house, and we'd have these massive ragers. It was a sick ass fucking property. It was right on a creek. It had a fucking weed teepee where you could go and smoke weed in this fucking teepee.
And 20 feet tall.
Yeah, like 20 feet tall.
Feet around at the base.
Yeah, dude. I'm talking like a real teepee, dude. Like smoke with Red Bull fucking guy.
And we had like the 3-foot piece pipe. Probably was a decoration. We actually smoked weed out.
Yeah, dude. I remember, here's a funny ass fucking story now that I'm going on this. I remember like McCardle, I fucking ran out of cash, and like McCardle fucking was asleep. Everybody was asleep in one of those fucking parties. I went up there and I was like, fuck you, McCardle. And I fucking snatched up a little bit of fucking weed out of his fucking sack. And then me and Mike Johnson fucking smoked a fucking blunt sitting up there while everybody was still sleeping. Fuck you, Mike McCardle. I love you, buddy. Your hair is glorious. Anyways, so I was driving past, dude, and I was just like, man, it's wild how times change. It's wild how times change. And for insight, I haven't been to Tahoe since I got sober. So we're coming up on like 7 years. Wow. I haven't done it, man. And so like, because I have no reason to be there. Right?
There's all, because it's fucking gorgeous. How about that for a reason?
Well, and guess what? it changed my views on it, right? Like maybe there was a subconscious fear of, hey, I'm not going to go to the casinos and get drunk because I'm still driving past all the fucking liquor stores. I've stayed at every hotel on that strip, the Thunder Chief, like fucking all these crazy fucking places, right? And now I was able to go with my family, go tubing, watch Graham play in the snow for the first time,
Mm,
come back,
that
go.
life beyond your wildest dreams shit.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was getting at, and it's that life beyond our wildest dreams. While Ashley and Graham are napping, I get to go look at Addison and say, "Hey, let's go walk down to the lake." And we
Mm,
walk down to the lake. It's
mm.
freezing fucking ass. My dick is shriveled into my stomach, and then I look at her and I go, "Hey, let's go get an ice cream." And we just go and we get an ice cream and we sit in this fucking little ice
Yes.
cream shop, and she's so happy. "You're the best, Daddy," and
Oh,
gives me a big hug.
oh,
And I'm just like, dude, yes, bro. Yes,
that's
this
it.
is what it is, bro. This is what it is. And so on my way out of the town, I sat back and I drove past all those things, like, the Denny's that we fucking dine and ditch from.
Heroes.
Yeah, all the places that all we had to do was walk out. I sat there and I kind of like let it go, right? Like I was like, hey, those were good times, but these are the times now. And
Mm,
so that was kind of what I wanted to share, man. It was this those times were there. And I think sometimes, I don't know if you feel this way, but people can give me weird looks when I reminisce about those good times, right? Like I don't have any ill will about the times that spent up there, right? Some people be like, yeah, but your life's so much better now. Well, yeah, of course it is. But dude, those were great fucking times in my life. Without
yeah,
those times, like I'm not gonna sit here and say like, hey, dude, every single time I got drunk, it was the worst time of my fucking life and I was miserable. No, that wasn't the case. I had some of the greatest times of my life fucking partying with you and fucking everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, and so it was almost like closing a chapter is kind of what I'm trying to say in a very long-winded way.
dude. I think that's I think that's beautiful. I think that's great. And when I saw like on your story, or you sent them to me, like pictures of you and Addison frolicking around the lake, and I was just like, dude,
Yeah,
that's fucking it. And we were texting, and I
yeah,
was like, what was the occasion? You were like, nothing. We just came up. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. That
yeah, dude.
is that is the best shit. And it's funny that I brought up that life beyond your wildest dreams at the beginning, because that same exact shit, dude, that's what it is. Like telling your fucking daughter, let's go get ice cream on a cold day.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
it, bro. That's so cool.
And she was so fucking stoked on it, bro.
Yeah.
She was so stoked where she's down there just playing in the snowy
And
sand.
like your wife and your son are getting the rest they need from the
Yeah,
world, and you get to take your daughter and have some alone time. It's
in
fucking
my nice in
cool.
my nice Airbnb that I can afford. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and all this shit. Like, you know what I mean? And guess what, dude? I'm not out on the strip, fucking, gambling money away and fucking drunk as fuck, like all the drunk slobs running around. You know what I mean? Like none of that. You know what I'm doing? I'm sitting in this Airbnb's backyard and wishing that it was my Airbnb, but also fucking I'm just sitting there with the trees, you know what I mean? And I'm just soaking in life, dude, like we were just talking about.
Yeah.
And it's just so fucking beautiful. And it's crazy how we can go back to certain places like that, and how we can be completely transformed from what we once were. You know what I mean? Like I see monuments around Sacramento all the time of places that I used to frequent that, hey dude,
Oh
like dude, that version of me that was there at those times hasn't been around in a long time, and that's okay, right? And I wouldn't change it for the world.
Well, and to the other point that you made, yeah, talking about wouldn't change it. You know, would I would I like to take back some of the hurt that I caused people? Absolutely. But would I take away some of those, like you couldn't pry my Tahoe memories from my cold dead hands, brother.
No, dude,
In
no.
no scenario would I ever wish that didn't happen. And some of those, like it's like you said, that my best day clean is better than my worst day, or my worst day sober is better than my best day getting high. It's like, well, you're a fucking liar.
Yeah,
I had so much fun, dude. I
straight
mean,
up,
there
dude.
was some bad, really bad times. There was some awesome times, okay?
Bro,
We're not doing all that.
you can't fucking, yeah, dude. I'm so glad that you just said that because that's not true. That's not. It's
true.
not fucking true. It's not true at all, dude. You can't tell me the nights that fucking Grandpa Gilbert, where fucking Sean Sturgis is headbutting the fucking tiki torches, and fucking I think when everybody's out there on that
You're on
grass
ESPN.
reporting live with Cody Beck, dude, and fucking dude, and then the boxing matches that we had. Didn't
Yeah.
Scat Shab box Mike Johnson, dude? Like Scat Shab, I need you to confirm. I think he did and got his ass
Dude,
whooped.
he did, and I box Buck. And let me tell you, what I don't do is like duck and dive. I just eat punches and try to hit back. And fucking Buck was like goddamn Floyd Mayweather out there fucking wiggling around. Like, where the fuck is this dude going?
dude, who knows, dude? Buck was the fucking reincarnation of fucking Rocky in that fight. I remember that. But dude,
But
yeah, I
yeah,
wouldn't
I've
change
also
it.
like taken 7 ecstasy pills and gone to see Keek the Sneak and then partied all night at my house and then drove to fucking Kirkwood in a whiteout and popped another pill, snowboarded all day with my friends, and then drank a handle of Captain Morgan between 4 people.
Yeah.
And would I take it back? No. That was fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, no, dude. Not on any fucking planet. Not on any planet, dude. But then it just comes back to say, hey, dude, like that was that chapter. And luckily we are blessed enough to be on this side of it, right?
And to
Like
see it.
and to see it, right? And to see it. Like, because, dude, the reality of this whole deal is a lot of people don't get to sit here, two best friends sitting here on a fucking podcast talking about, hey, here's our lives beyond our wildest dreams when you were in a condition that we were in, right? Like a lot of people don't get it, dude. A lot of people don't. And so I have to count my blessings in that regard. And so and I know you're super grateful too. So but yeah, dude, it was a good time. And then I have one other funny fucking thing before then we can get the fuck out of here. Dude, we're on our way home, right? And so we promote Alps here, right? But they have to get shipped to my house, all right? And so sometimes that takes time, and I needed backup, and I was on the Nevada border, so I went over to Nevada and I bought a fuck ton of Zins. Okay, Alp, we love you. You're the best. Zins cannot compare. Please do not judge us or drop our sponsorship. But I went over there and I got him. So we're on the way home, right? And Ash is gonna hate me for this. And I look at her and I'm like, hey, I was like, you should throw in a Zin, dude. I was like, you should throw in a Zin, because Ash doesn't drink, right? Like she'll have a drink every now and then, and like Ash will puff lettuce on occasion. She will. She'll like she'll puff some cheese every now and then. But I was like here. I was like, just take this little wintergreen Zin, slap it in, dude. And so I'm driving down the windy roads of Tahoe, dude.
Oh,
and,
no.
and we're about fucking 6 minutes into the Zin, dude. And she's not doing well, bro.
Oh.
Not doing well.
You set her up for failure, my man. Dude, driving home those roads hungover is the
my god, dude!
all time.
And especially if you're stuck behind someone slow too. Holy shit! You just want to get home. But anyway, so dude, she eventually has to ditch.
All green.
Yeah, she's got to ditch the Zin, dude. And so like, I just thought it was the funniest shit. We ended up having to stop at the gas station. She had to sit on the curb, dude. I didn't know if she was gonna make it. I didn't know if she was gonna make it.
That's the worst possible time to try your first nicotine pouch.
Dude. Well, dude, she'll hit random like little vapes and shit. I was like, oh, she's got this. But then I remembered that like I'm built from a different breed, bro. Like I used to be taking fucking Copenhagen fucking dips the size of fucking goddamn horseshoes every day. Like I can double up fucking, Alp 9 milligrams upper deck first thing in the morning. Like that ain't shit to me. And so like the 6 milligrams in put my wife on her ass. Please leave a comment on this episode if I'm an asshole for that. She's gonna hate that I brought that up, but it was fucking funny, dude. Because all of a sudden I look over, she's like, "It's burning." I was like, dude. "Yeah, it's gonna give your gum a little sizzle. You'll be all right."
That's hilarious. But when I saw Zin Fiasco in the notes, I thought it was gonna be you were coming back through that little thing where they ask you to report, and they're like, "What in the fuck are you doing with 15 fucking cans of this illegal mint flavored?"
Oh, dude. It's like they're smuggling Zins, dude. I found a fucking this revelation, dude. Revelation for Newsom can eat my whole ass. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Red Hot Casino now owns a gas station right across the street. And guess what they have in that gas station, brother? Every flavored type of thing under the sun. Menthol
Nice.
cigarettes,
Good for them.
Zins galore, Rogue flavors, all this shit. It's only like $2 more a can, but you can get them in Placerville.
Want to experience Freedom Land, West Virginia? Just head on over to Red Hawk Casino.
Fuck, dude. Fuck, man. Yeah, I was getting gas, dude, and I look over and it's like buy flavored vapes, and I was like, oh, this must be an old ad.
You're like, say what?
I was like, what the fuck? And so like we're about ready to leave, and I bust in there, and I just look around the counter, and I just see all these colorful fucking cans in. I was like, oh, these motherfuckers can sell it here because they're on the reservation. I was like, this is fantastic. I look at Ash, and I was like, guess who's driving up to Placerville fucking once a week, dude? While I'm waiting for Alps, this guy.
That's fantastic.
But anyway, I digress. Let me get into my last thing here. The past 99 eps, 100 eps have really been fantastic, and I just want to share some gratitude on that. This podcast, I know it's tough for Hen agrees with me. Life is crazy. You know, he's busy starting a business. I got 2 fucking kids where, you know, I'm not talking to CEOs trying to forward my life. You know, there's lots of things going on. But I just want to say thank you to all the listeners who've been around for this. I especially want to thank all of our guests who have come on. You guys have been really fucking awesome. Everybody who shared the show for these 100 fucking episodes, the ones that comment, the ones that are the regulars who text us and let us know. Thank you for being here this whole entire time. We say some silly fucking shit, and we're kind of silly. But you know what? You can tell that we mean it from our hearts, and we're just here to hopefully spread a positive message for you guys so that you guys can carry on and live your best life beyond your wildest dreams as well. So I just wanted to share that for these 100 episodes. Here's to the next hundo.
Amen, dude. I don't think I can say it much better than that, but we've said it before and we'll say it again. When we get those little messages or notes like, hey, you guys helped me with this, or I really love that, or I appreciate it when you said that, or you made me realize this, there's truly nothing better, man. It doesn't get any better than that, and that's the kind of stuff that keeps us going. So I guess I'll reiterate too, don't be shy, man. If we've affected you in some way, or you have a question, or you like something, reach out and let us know, or, you know, Instagram, Messenger, or if you have my number, obviously text me. But yeah, you guys reaching out and saying something helped you is really what keeps us going. And to the people who really support us and always share the show and like our shit and message us about it, and thank you guys. We love that shit. And that's why we do it. And like Cameron said, I love what he said, you know, this is we're progress over perfection. We don't practice it all perfectly, but we have found a few things that we stole from other people that have really helped us, and we just want to pass them on to you. So that's why we do this. We want to give you guys this, you know, this life beyond your wildest dreams. If you can take a little bit from us and live in your purpose, and that's the goal, man.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that. Episode 100. I didn't think that fucking us sitting there, a little minor survey after dude, we us doing our first fucking podcast I'm in my daughter's room with fucking iPhone headphones in, and we're just talking to each other, and here we are, episode 100.
Remember the car stint when you found out recording in the car was
I was in the car, dude, sweating my ass off, dude.
Doing the Ace Ventura elephant.
Yeah, dude, that was me, dude. That was me. And here we are, dude. We got fucking StreamYard, captions, AI's editing our shit, you know, Canadian listeners, all this cool stuff. So I wouldn't change it for the world, bro. But I don't have anything else, dude. Do you have anything else you want to get on?
No, no. This has been great. This has been positive. So yeah, I think this is a good time to wrap it up, man.
All right, dude. Well, yeah, this was a good episode. It's good to see you, dude. I miss it when we're not together, and it's good to just have it just be you and I, not the live. No offense to everybody who shows up live, but it's nice to just do it old school every once in a while. All right. Well, I will give us our quick spiel. Give us a follow on every social media platform, please. We are on majority of them. Instagram is the one that we are the most active on. You've probably seen less reels this last week. It's because of, just life, and also our live stream didn't save to StreamYard, which is fucking awesome. So give us a follow there. Use our code for Alp nicotine pouches. If you are a nicotine pouch user, a cigarette smoker, a tobacco chewer, a vapor, give them a shot. They are fantastic. Don't listen to the story about my wife getting sick. That was just a one-off. They are fantastic, and it does help us get a little kickback every can that is sold.
Link will be in the show notes.
Yes, Hen will make sure that that is there because he is the man. I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was fantastic. So I will finish it like I always do. I love you, Hen, very much. Your hair looks fantastic today.
Thanks, Cree Daddy. I love you too. And remember, figure out what it is you need to do to live in your purpose. And then you can be yourself because fuck what they think.
I'm going to stroke that fucking email tomorrow, bro. Later, dude. Woo! Am I going to stroke it? Who knows, dude?
Stroke it.
Who knows?